Alright, so I got 3 games from Video Games New York, and the first one I want to talk about is RocketRon. RocketRon is pretty much a Metroidvania type game, and the game pretty much goes over 20 stages with about 6 areas between those 20 stages. I would say like there's different variations of them. When it comes to gameplay, if you're like familiar with games like I want to say Turrican, then you'll kind of know what to expect here. So depending on how you play this game, it has 3 different endings, a good, a bad, and another ending I'm not too sure about. You'll get around 8 different weapons to choose from, and also you have customization for power-ups for your character, so that's always nice. This game really feels like a super throwback, so like I said before, if you're familiar with games like Turrican on the Amiga, you'll definitely know what to expect here. Tough Guy for the Dreamcast. This was released on the PC years ago. I'm not really sure if it was in the arcades, but this is a 2D fighting game, pixelated as you're seeing, and it kind of reminds me of games like World Heroes, even down to the announcer. You get around 8 characters to play as from the beginning. I'm not sure if there's any unlockable, but I felt right at home with this game. Here's SuperCharged Robot Vulkaiser for the Dreamcast. This is a story-based shoot-'em-up game, and man, this game is pretty wild. The only downfall I say this game has is that it's only 1 player, but that's okay for most people, I'm guessing, when it comes to some shoot-'em-ups. It might have been too wild having 2 players on this game. One of my favorite things about the game so far is the combined attack that you can do with other characters to do massive damage against other enemies. It's really cool. When you look at a game like this, it kind of reminds you of old cartoons like Silverhawks, Voltron, and a couple other ones I can't think of right now. But the team who created this game is definitely a fan of those type of animes. Alright, so if you're interested in any of the games I just previously shown, definitely check out Video Games New York Soft's website. They have a lot of cool games for retro systems and modern systems as well. I will leave the links in the description. Here's Wallachia, Reign of Dracula for the PlayStation 4 system. I got this from a company called PixelHeart, and pretty much this game really feels like a throwback to the old school Castlevania games. Not the Metroidvania ones, but the more level-based ones. I would say this game is more of a run and gun type because of your main weapon is a bow and arrow, which you get upgrades with. You also have a side weapon, which is a sword. I feel like this game more focuses on like range combat, but if you're good enough, you can use a sword to deflect attacks and get close to enemies, of course, or just use it as a last resort. But depending on how skilled you are, that's going to be how effective that weapon is for you. You can tell that the people that created this game are big fans of the Castlevania series. It has an awesome soundtrack, and each level has a cool boss fight. It has little story tidbits too that kind of like help the story along as well. So definitely, if you're a Castlevania fan, definitely pick this one up. And here's Okinawa Rush. I picked this game up because I saw my friends Level 857 playing through the game co-op, and pretty much this is a co-op beat 'em up adventure game. It's actually pretty cool looking. I'm looking forward to playing this, but as you can see in this video, it's 2D sprites, lots of action going on, lots of crazy moves. It's kind of weird too because when I saw this game, the font makes it like hard to like read what the game is called. You know, I was like, what the heck? Like the font was really tough. But anyways, guys, Okinawa Rush, another game from PixelHeart. I believe it's available on the Switch and of course the PlayStation 4.
Sorry.
And the last stone was stolen.
The Black Mantis clan.
So, if you're interested in Okinawa or Wallachia, PixelHeart has them for sale on their website, so definitely check them out. I'll leave a link in the description below with some coupon codes. So recently, Microsoft just celebrated their 20th anniversary, which was a freaking awesome event. I mean, it was just really nice to see that how far they come along over the years. And I know I don't talk about Microsoft that much on my channel, man, but seriously, Microsoft is the reason online gaming is a thing. They made it happen, and just really impressed that they've been around for 20 years in the console market. So with this event, they announced the F.E.E.R program, which was going to be more backwards compatible games with the Xbox Series X, and I think the Xbox One as well, Xbox 360 games and Xbox games. I was really happy to see them bring this program back because I thought they were kind of done with the backwards compatibility. And some of the games that they announced, I decided to pick up recently. So the first one on that list I decided to pick up was Sonic Generations for 360. Sonic Generation is a Sonic game that adds the best from both worlds, from the 3D Sonics to the 2D Sonics. I thought this game was just very well done, and I had a good time with it. The 360 version had its problems when it came to like frame rate, and I'm pretty sure the PS3 version had the frame rate problems as well. But with this new update that this game is getting on the Xbox Series X, this game is pretty much locked in at 60 frames per second, I hear. So I wanted to pick this one up and kind of experience that when I decided to get my Series X finally. Max Payne 3 was another game on that list. Max Payne 3, I think, is the best game in the series, gameplay-wise. My favorite in the series is actually Max Payne 2. That one had an awesome story. But this game's story is awesome as well. And for this game to get an upgrade like this, fan-freaking-tastic. A lot of people ask for this, like, the game to get a sequel, but I'm like, man, you guys must not have played the Max Payne games before it to want a sequel in the storyline, because, man, what this guy's been through is horrible. And I could not imagine them making a Max Payne 4. But if they do, I don't know what to say about it. That'd be pretty outrageous. But anyways, happy this game is on the list. Decided to pick it up. Decided to pick up both of the Dead Space games. I actually had part 3 already, so I had to just go pick up 1 and part 2. Fantastic survival horror games, and I found they're actually even remaking the first game, which I feel like it doesn't need to be remade. The first Dead Space is pretty much perfect for survival horror. But anyways, I'm not complaining. Definitely happy that these games are on the list. These are like some of the scariest games of all time.
What the fuck?
And next up, I picked up F.E.A.R 2 Project Origin, and also I found a disc-based version of F.E.A.R 3. Now, when it comes to the F.E.A.R series, I feel like the second game is the best in the series. The second game was freaking fantastic. But I feel like I like the third game the best because of the co-op they added in, and also the multiplayer mode. That level called F and Run is freaking awesome, and seeing this game is backwards compatible now, people will be able to access those levels and play them because they're truly like underrated. Seriously, pretty much in those levels you go against a fog, and you go against soldiers that are trying to hold you back, but the fog is like terrifying, and if it gets you, game over. It's like a fog of souls pretty much, so, or a storm of souls. So it's a very tense multiplayer mode they have in the third game. Very fun. Alright, so now that Black Friday is come and gone, I'm going to show you guys the pickups I got during the sales. And some of the stuff before the sales, actually, pretty much. They did a pre-Black Friday sale, which was really nice, and Best Buy kicked it off. And I feel like the majority of my stuff from there. I avoided going to any stores on Black Friday because obviously it's too packed and too crazy. But to be honest with you guys, there wasn't really that many deals that really wowed me this year. I found a lot of stuff that I wanted, but there wasn't really like a whole bunch of stuff that would really make you like want to jump up or anything like that. But anyways, let's get into it. Alright, kicking it off, I got Cyberpunk 2077. Look, don't laugh. I really had high hopes for this game, and now that they fixed a lot of the stuff that happened with it last year, I feel like it's worth having pretty much. Now, I plan on playing it on the PS5 because I want the best experience console-wise, at least from what I have. I don't want to play it on the PS4 because I hear it's still the worst system to play it on. So when I get the PS5, I will play it on that, and hopefully the experience will be what I want it to be. I mean, they fixed a lot of the issues, so hopefully it'll be good. But I got this for $10 at Target, brand new and sealed, so I figured that was awesome. I actually tried to get it a while back. I think it was at Best Buy. It was on sale there for $10. I tried to buy it online, but there was some error when I went to the checkout. And just end up missing the sale pretty much. So I was happy this rolled around the corner. Alright, so the first game I bought during the pre-sale at Best Buy was Resident Evil Village. Right, it's called Resident Evil 8. But I actually played this game on Steam before, and because I didn't want to buy it for full price, so my buddy John let me sign into his account. Played it, beat the game like that. It was a pretty good experience, you know. I thought it was alright. It didn't warrant me playing it multiple times, but it was kind of fun. I'm sure if you guys are fans of Resident Evil 7, you'll like this one. It tried to take the best parts out of all the Resident Evil games before it, but it didn't seem like it worked to me. You know, it's still a good experience, but this is just not Resident Evil to me. You know, so I just kind of like, nah. But still, fun experience. I think the best part in the game is when you get to play as the other character. You guys know what I'm talking about. I've already played the game. That was the best part in the game for me. But anyways, guys, if you see this for 20 bucks again, it's definitely worth that price. I do want to talk about the elephant in the room, Lady Dimitrescu. I don't understand how everybody's like going crazy over her, man. Like they're in love with her. I'm like, dudes, are you guys serious? She's a freaking monster. She's a killer. How are you guys like trying to fall in love with her or whatever like that? But I don't know. It's hilarious. I don't find her imitating at all. She's not very scary, but they kind of like showed her really pretty much in a seductive way. And her dress looks like it's sewn on. It's like really, what the heck? But anyways, guys, she's the most popular villain in Resident Evil history as of right now. It seems, at least with the new generation of kids.
Like I'd let you get away. You'll be sliced to ribbons before you ever see the child. You will learn what it means to insult House Dimitrescu. It's too late to turn back. Running will get you nowhere.
Next we have Balan Wonderworld. I know this game got a lot of weird reviews of people not liking it and hating on it or whatnot, but I actually had a good time with this game. And going for $15 during Black Friday, I said, you know what, I got to try this game out. Now, this game was created by a legendary creator, Yuji Naka, who's, you guys know him for like Sonic the Hedgehog, Burning Rangers, what else? Phantasy Star, and Nights into Dreams, which is one of my favorites. And I think he also worked on Rodea the Sky Soldier, which is a kind of a hidden gem if you play the Wii version, not the Wii U version. Anyways, I'm not really understanding why everybody hated this game. Yeah, it's a kid's game. It's fairly easy from what I've played so far. It's not meant to be serious. It's more of like a pretty piece kind of in a way. Like if you want to break from like serious games or whatnot, play this game. It's very colorful. It's very family friendly. It seems like it's just all warm and fuzzy. Like I said, I'm just not really sure why everybody's hating on it like that. But $15, I say, you know what? I got to pick this one up, and so far I'm enjoying it. Here is CrisTales. I've been eyeing this game for a while, and the price tag always turned me away from it. But during Black Friday, it was on sale, and I said, you know what? It's going to be worth checking out. Now, if you haven't played this game before, it's very similar to like old school turn-based RPGs from the PlayStation era, which I figure is the golden era of RPGs pretty much. So if you're looking for a turn-based simple RPG, this one is definitely it. I feel like it's cool because it has this trigger system. Well, I don't want to call it a trigger system. It's like the system where when you attack your enemy, and if you hit the button again at the right time, you can do double damage, which is really nice. So I like how they added that feature in there. The game also has a really good voice cast. The characters really are fleshed out via the voice actors. I thought that was really well done in this game. If you see this one out there, I think you should definitely consider picking it up, especially for a price tag for around 20 bucks or less. Definitely worth it. And I think it came with somewhat of an instruction manual inside. I can't remember. I got to look again. But it comes with something inside the case, so that's always nice. Here's Sakura Wars, another cool RPG game. I wanted to try this one out. I played the one on the PS2 years ago and enjoyed that one a lot. So it's been a while since we got a new game over here in America. So we were kind of lucky to get this one. Now, one of the main reasons I picked this game up was because if you guys remember from back in the day, a game called 1,000 Arms for the PlayStation, that game was a RPG mixed with a dating sim. And I heard it kind of like got its dating sim elements from freaking Sakura Wars, which wasn't released in America at the time. So this is the game that kind of like, I guess, is like started the dating sim thing, at least with the popularity of it. I'm not really sure. But either way, I want to try this game out. Let me know what you guys think about this one. And here we have Power Rangers Battle for the Grid Super Edition. Now, the funny thing about this game was I didn't even like consider picking this up. Like it wasn't even on my list. And my buddy Cag had told me about it. He said, Reggie, this is an awesome fighting game. You got to try it out. And when I played it, it kind of reminded me of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So I was like, man, this is all right. And plus, it has that original Power Rangers theme in it. That, man, when I was a kid, that theme used to drive me crazy. But here's the thing about this game. So I decided to pick it up, and I got it through DoorDash on sale. They sent me the wrong edition. They gave me the collector's edition, which is like gives you a season 1 pass. So not all the characters on the disc. So very annoying. So I had to go to GameStop and go and swap it out. when we swapped it out, they still gave me the wrong disc. Luckily, I found it before I walked out of the store. So I was like, man, because the disc looks so similar. But this is the problem with all that season DLC type stuff, man. And like this look the same, stuff looks just crazy. But either way, I still got the game, thankfully. It's a lot of fun. Plenty of characters to play as. One of the big things about getting the Super Edition is that it has Ryu and Chun-Li as Power Rangers on here, so you can play as them. So I thought that was really cool. But if you see this one out there, I think for 30 bucks, this is a good deal. Even cheaper, better.
Tasty treat. Spinning Phoenix.
Megazord, ready.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered on the PS4 was on sale. This game is a lot of fun. If you played the original version of this game on the PS3 or 360, you know what I'm talking about. I'm glad they decided to remaster this for the PS4 and Xbox One. These games are a lot of fun, and they deserve to be on the next generation systems at the time. These games are a thrill to play, and the adrenaline rush you get when you're like trying to get away from the cops is great. Definitely pick this game up if you can find it for a cheap price. You will not regret it. And here is Fallen Legion Revenants. This was the last Black Friday game I found, and this is the Vanguard edition, which I guess was the only edition they made for this. I'm not really sure, but if you have played the previous games in the series, the battle system really feels like almost like Valkyrie Profile in the way you button press different characters to do attacks. I love a good RPG experience, and I had a lot of fun with the first two games. And if you guys don't remember the first two games, one of them actually came out on the Vita. I believe it was the first one, and the second one came out on PS4. Then they kind of bundled them together on the Switch, which I don't think people even know about that version really. But anyways, if you like what you're seeing here, you might want to pick this one up. I'm not sure if it's still on sale right now, but if you find it for 20 bucks, it's definitely worth it. Alright guys, so those were my Black Friday pickups. I did most of my shopping online. I did walk into the store to get a couple of games, but it was pretty safe on my end. I waited until like the rush was pretty much done. But now we're going to look at some of the stuff I got like before and after Black Friday. I finally got a copy of Horizon Chase Turbo for the PlayStation Vita. This is one of my favorite racing games of all time. It has a fantastic soundtrack by Barry Lynch. I think I said his name right. I can't remember, but let's just call him Barry. But anyways, this game is awesome. If you like games like Outrun, oh man, there's not enough I can say about this game. Great soundtrack, great modes that they've been adding onto the game. There's one called Summer Vibes. It's reminiscent to like Outrun because of the girlfriend and boyfriend driving together in the car. Very awesome stuff. Great tracks. It's just really a lot of fun. I was so pumped up that I finally got the Vita version is that I found out there was another version for the PlayStation 4 called the Deluxe Edition, and I picked that up for cheap, so I was really happy about that. The Deluxe Edition actually comes with the Summer Vibes DLC embedded on the disc, but that's about it. They're still adding modes to this game, so definitely, if you haven't played this game yet, definitely check it out. If you can get a physical version, do that. If you can get a digital, well, obviously you get a digital version easy. But it's definitely worth having, guys. This game is a love letter to old school racing arcade games, and it shouldn't be missed. Next up, we got Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. My buddy John hooked me up with this because I was trying to get it on Black Friday, but everybody was sold out for it. So I was like, dang, dude, like I missed out on this one. But he had an extra copy, and he decided to hook me up, man. So, John, thank you so much. I appreciate you, bro. Going into this game, though, I've always felt like it was more made as DLC, but they wanted to make it to its own thing, which is totally fine. They needed something for the launch of the PS5, but they still made the PS4 version to kind of appease that crowd. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. The only bad thing I heard is that the game was too short, and that figures because, like I said, I always figured it being DLC because there's a moment in the other Spider-Man game where you get to play as Miles, and you know, I feel like it sets things up for this game. So definitely looking forward to beating this game. All right, so next up we have a game called Erica. I heard about this game from Pete Dorr. When he was talking about it, he made it sound like it was the best game he's ever played in his life. It was pretty funny, and I said, you know what, let me check this out. So this game pretty much is one of those interactive games with full motion video pretty much, and you make choices during the game. Kind of reminiscent to games like, what's a good one to think of that's actually pretty good? Oh yeah, Late Shift. That was a good one. Definitely play that one, guys, if you haven't played Late Shift. But anyways, this game is a murder mystery. You play as Erica. She's trying to find out who murdered her father pretty much, and there's someone out there that seems to be trying to kill her. So pretty much you need to find out what's going on, and this game has so many plot twists that you don't see coming. And depending on how you play the game, certain endings you'll get. The endings, I can't really consider them good or bad because it really depends on how you look at them. It's very strange. But anyways, guys, if you see this game out there, well, I mean, it is a limited run release, so you probably have to go to eBay to get it. But it is available as a digital download, so I would say this one's worth checking out. It's a good experience, and yeah, that's all I can say about it. Good experience. Now here is Blazing Chrome. Finally got this game. Whew, man, it was rough to find this for a decent price. So if you're a fan of run and gun games like Contra, even Metal Slug, you'll definitely know what you're getting into here. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I think it was a couple of years ago when this game first came out as a download. Me and Jason did a Let's Play on his channel where we both like went into the game like for the first time and tried to play it. It was pretty rough, man. It was tough, but it was fun though. You know, these are the type of games you gotta really try to remember how things are in the game. You know, like kind of remember how enemies come at you or whatnot. You go into it blind, think you're gonna get far. Ooh, man, you're in for a rude awakening. But either way, I would say it's kind of hard like Contra 3, but not as hard as Contra Hardcore for the Genesis, at least the American version. I've already talked about the HuntDown before, but I finally got my PS4 version that was supposed to come with the Switch version. I won't go too much in on it this time, but this is a run and gun shooter that's definitely a throwback to the best of the genre. The PS4 version comes with a slip cover, which I thought was pretty cool. So definitely, well, not a slip cover, but more of an outer box, I would say. So I thought that was really cool. I wasn't expecting that, and for the price of $30, I thought it was like that was a good price for it. So if you like what you're seeing here, you like run and gun type games, definitely pick this one up. Moving Out is a game that really caught me by surprise. I did not imagine this game would be as much fun as it is. So if you guys have played games like Overcooked, you'll kind of know what to expect here, even though this game plays differently. When Overcooked, you have to like prepare meals in a certain amount of time. In this game, you're moving furniture and all kind of appliances inside of a truck. And the thing about this game and how it gets challenging is that you want to try to beat the time limits if you can, but also you have to position the stuff in the truck in a good way so you can keep storing more stuff inside, because what this game does is that if you don't know how to position stuff, that'll slow you down and that'll stop you from getting better times, of course. And I noticed this too, certain levels you go to, they have moving insurance, and I'm guessing some don't. So if a place says it has moving insurance, obviously, you know, you could like make shortcuts, bust windows, and do whatever you can to kind of get the stuff in the truck as fast as possible so you get the golden time. It may sound boring, but trust me, this game is a lot of fun, especially if you have people to play with. Now, this game is not online, unfortunately, so you have to depend on couch co-op. But still, it's very compelling, a lot of fun, and the soundtrack is what surprised me too. I mean, the soundtrack is really on point. I mean, it has some tunes in there. It just feels like it's from the early 90s that kind of like just stick in your head. Here's Real About Fatal Fury. This is the last game I just got recently. I got this one by chance because I was actually talking to my friend at my local game store, Super Smash Games, and they brought some stuff from the back, and it just happens they had some Saturn stuff on top of the stack. And I said, hey, what is that over there? And the first game I saw was this one. Real About Fatal Fury, definitely one, I figured one of the best, I figured the best Fatal Fury game in my opinion is Part 2. I mean, Part 2 was the first fighting game I was actually to be able to get good at. But Real About Fatal Fury really took the series in another direction, of a combo-based system, which was really fun. It also marks the death of the series' longtime antagonist, Geese Howard, so a very important game in the series. A lot of fun, and just having this on the Saturn was pretty much arcade perfect if you had the RAM cart, which comes with this package here. I can't say enough good things about this game. There's many ways to play it. I'm pretty sure it's on the PlayStation Network, a part of the Fatal Fury collection or whatnot. But if you haven't played this game, it's definitely worth your time. A Hat in Time. Finally, this game got a PS4 physical release. Alright, so definitely this game is going to win people over with its charm. The game looks great. It's definitely a throwback to, like I said, those other 3D platformers. Now, I played the original Switch version that came out a couple years ago, and the controls on the Joy-Cons kind of felt iffy to me. I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but playing this game with the DualShock controller just feels a lot better. Now, the first world starts you off with a chase sequence. It's actually pretty easy or whatnot, but this is kind of help you get used to the controls the game has. So to go over the story a little bit, because I love a story in these type of games, you play as a girl named Hat Kid. I think that's they don't ever really announce her name. I don't think. I can't remember. But anyway, she's on her way home in her spaceship, and she goes by a planet, and the planet is collecting a toll pretty much. So an accident happens, and she ends up losing up all her fuel for her spaceship, and she has to go and travel to get it all back. Now, during your journey, you'll meet a lot of friends that'll help you on the way, give you tips on how to beat bosses and stuff like that. Really just, I want to say, very nostalgic to, other 3D platforms. I know I keep going over that, but this game is just definitely, a love letter to those type of games. Now, I just want to mention that the PS4 version does come with one of the DLC packs called, a Seal. Let me see here. What the fuck is it called? Now, the game does come with Seal the Deal DLC embedded on the disc. I wasn't able to access it yet. I don't know if I have to get a certain portion of the game before I access it, but still happy that that co-op adventure is on the disc. And the other DLC that they released for the game is not embedded on the disc. It's not actually here. And I kind of feel indifferent about that because I feel like as long as this game took to come out for the PS4 as a physical, they should have all that stuff ready to be on the disc. But I guess I kind of get it, they got to make that, that money on the DLC or whatnot, so I don't know. I feel indifferent about it, but I'm just happy to have this as a physical, so definitely I think it's worth the purchase. The game only costs $29, so I think it's well worth it pretty much. Alright everyone, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I really love doing pickups video, and I have another one in the works for you guys soon, so hopefully it'll be ready before the end of the year. But anyways guys, that's all I got for you. Radical Reggie, and I will see you in the next video.